Hello friends, welcome back. Today we're talking about the effects controls panel. The effects controls panel allows us to manipulate or change effects, transitions applied to between two clips, and also fixed assets of clips that are in our timeline. Your fixed assets are the characteristics that every clip have when they come into the timeline. They're broken up into three categories: motion, which would be position, scale, rotation, anchor point; opacity, time remapping, and if there is audio to the clip or if it is an audio file, you have the volume as a fixed asset. Your effects controls panel by default located with your source monitor, which is going to be the upper left-hand corner of your program window workspace. So we have our source here. We don't have anything loaded in there, so we just have this blank screen, and it works as the tab system. So source, and then the next to that we have effects controls. So we'll go ahead and click on that. At the moment, we have nothing in our effects controls panel, so it's blank. For this to become active and for us to work in there, we have to first select the clip that we want to manipulate or we want to change the fixed assets or the effect that we have applied to it. Alright, so in your timeline you'll click on that clip, and once I've done that, you'll see that the video effects and the audio effects of the clip I have in there are shown. Your motion, opacity, time remapping, and this one I have a crop effect applied to it. Alright, and to open up any of these assets or any of these effects, we'll just click on the disclosure triangle or disclosure arrow to the far left of each row. So I'll click on the motion one. You can see there's all the position, scale, rotation, anchor point. Open up crop. You can see the different crops we can do, or the different sides we can crop in of this effect that's applied. So the effects control panel is where you'll make your changes to the effect, to the fixed assets. But as you are making those changes, you'll want to use your program monitor to watch those changes as you type them in or as you change them. So your program monitor is going to be kind of the upper right corner of your workspace there, and it's characteristic of your program monitor is kind of a playback of what you have put into or the changes you've made to your timeline. So an example of using the two together would be if you want a picture-in-picture, you would manipulate the fixed assets of scale and position. You would make those changes in the effects controls panel, and you would watch in your program monitor as you are making those changes to see, is it scaled small enough to see both of them? Do I need to move it to one corner or one spot on there to be able to see both pictures for the picture-in-picture? For today's simulation, we're going to crop. So we're going to change some effects, change the effect applied to the clip. So we're going to crop 25% of the bottom of the clip. So the first thing, it's already done, but you're going to make sure that the clip in the timeline is selected. That way we have our effects controls active. The second step would be to make sure that your effect is turned on, or applying the effect to the clip. All right. Last time out we went through applying the effect. So if you need to do that, find it in the effects panel. Click and drag on it onto that clip. You can also turn effects on and off in the effects controls. So where we have our effect open here, we have our crop open, Next to the disclosure triangle, we have an FX. Currently, it's just an FX, so our effect is on. If we were to click on it, this version, it creates a line through it. Older versions, it will create a blank spot on that row. All right, both of those mean that effect is turned off. All right, so once you click on the clip and you see the FX controls, if you don't see that FX or there's a line through that FX, we have to make sure that we turn it on. All right, and the next step would be to manipulate the effect. So the easiest way to do that, whatever parameter it wants us to change, for this one bottom, we're going to type 25 in the value, hit enter. All right, so we changed it here in our effects controls panel, and then if we look into on the right hand corner of our program monitor there, we see that we've cut out or cropped out the bottom 25% of that video. That is using the effects controls panel to manipulate effects. Thank you for stopping by.